Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the EpicWorld channel. I'm here in Washington, just around the surrounding area where my auntie lives, and figured I'd get this video filmed. I haven't been able to take videos over the last few days because of how much the schedule with fireworks has taken over. But here we are on a beautiful grounding walk. I wanted to bring perspective in what I think about something like alcohol. Um, and I wanted to draw a parable between alcohol and power. Maybe not draw a parable, but just draw a relation there. I think if you look at a substance, an intoxicant like alcohol, like you look at power, somebody who's able to wield power has a lot in their hands that they are holding potential with, right? And when human beings, the majority of us, myself included, can easily lose control when it comes to intoxicants like alcohol, because these things cause our brains to feel good and to get a reward from what they are. And now that can be good if you're able to moderate it, right? You can have a lot of really good effects come from very, very conscious, minimal alcohol intake to be able to reward yourself for some really good hard work. A good example of this is down in Mexico. The Latino people, they love to work hard throughout the day, and they'll take their siesta nap in the middle of the day. But then what they do is, I'm just remembering my crossroads where I came from. What they do down in Mexico is they reward themselves with a good social gathering and mix alcohol in. Now this, you've got to be conscious, knowing that there's both sides, where there are people that lose control in this, and then there are others who moderate it properly and are able to handle the intake that they use. But what they do, what I'm pointing to in Mexico, is that they have a good reward system for working really hard and then coming together and celebrating their work. And for those that know how to moderate their intake, it works really good because it keeps them motivated to do more good work. If you've got the power to do something strong within something, right? Take, for instance, an excavator. That thing's got a lot of potential power in it to do something like dig a big ditch, or to be able to knock down a building if you've got a big enough excavator. But if you put the wrong person behind that excavator, somebody who doesn't know how to handle the controls properly, the power of that excavator, somebody who is not aware of how quick or slow to set the gears, whatever it is, the power of that excavator is going to be misused. Or the power of a vehicle, okay, a power of a plane. You put the wrong person behind the driver's seat, they're going to misuse the vehicle. So with that being said, what I want you to consider is that alcohol itself is like a vehicle, and we are the pilots or the drivers. So when I say that having too much of an intake of alcohol is not the alcohol being the problem, it's actually you not putting in parameters in knowing how to manage that power. That's what I want you to consider. This can be, I'm using alcohol as a specific example, but this can be translated in all areas of life. The driving seat of the vehicle that you are having as a medium for an experience. Just like Uncle Ben in Amazing Spider-Man said, right? With amazing power comes amazing responsibility. Or with great power comes great responsibility. That would be the saying. So I want to encourage you in the short video that I'm able to record in this absolutely beautiful Washington hike. This is in the area where a bunch of the software developers for Microsoft live in. So there's these wonderful $1 million homes around these hiking trails, or I should say the hiking trails are around the $1 million homes. And it seems like these people love to live here because it grounds them and allows them to have a good moderation of their life, a healthy balance of connection with nature, as well as a good location for where they're practicing their technological development. I want to encourage you to think about that power comparison with everything in your life. Because if something, it's like Ty Lopez says with a Rottweiler. Here's another great example. If you've got a Rottweiler, if that is your Rottweiler and you're holding the leash and that thing loves you, you love the Rottweiler. But if you're on the other end and a Rottweiler is against you, it's somebody else's Rottweiler, and that thing goes off leash, you are going to be running and scared and wish that you had something to defend yourself with. So our attachment to things and our control of the power of things like alcohol is synonymous with that. And you want to make sure you're the one that's in control, because if you are not, and it is, then you will suffer until you realize that you need to get back into control and you need to take your power back. So that's a little spiel here on my thoughts on that. I hope it's helpful, and yeah, we'll see you in another video. All right, this is EpicWorld. Peace out.